Good evening, fellow punters. Mickey D back with you again on Sunday evening, about 7 o'clock, and on our quest to bash the bookies and to put them on a bicycle. Another winning video yesterday. Started off with Max Flamingo, suggested at 2 to 1. I know there was a favourite in it, but by taking the 2 to 1, there was a 40 cents rule 4, which would have worked out then that you were getting odds of 5 to 4. It was return, I think, 4 to 7 or something. But I think he would have beaten the other one anyway. He's a classy old sort. Rated 142. Very rare you see somebody that high running in a beginner's chase. So, job done. Then the suggested reverse forecast came in, paid $12.89. When I narrow down the handicap hurdle especially to 2, and rather than picking 1, the odds of the 2 was 7 to 2 and 5 to 2. So let's say you had 20 at 7 to 2, you get back 90. 20 at 5 to 2, you get back 70. A 10 reverse forecast, and you get back 128.90. And you don't have to sweat, providing the two of them gets over the last. There were streets ahead of the rest of them. 2 nice horses, and it was a nice bet. So I see a couple of had it. There's a newcomer there, Dean Speight, S-P-E-I-G-H-T. He said he had it, and I got a couple of messages. I didn't see the race actually because I was at the rugby match. But when I came back to check the price of the horse for today, I knew there was a large injection of money in a couple of my accounts. So I didn't know which horse won or which had lost or what, but I knew that a couple of the bets had landed. So the one in the Midlands Grand National, I didn't realise the ground was so heavy over there, because he's a good to soft ground, and the ground suited scheme and colours. Great for the Durkins to win that. They're Meom in Bahola. 3 pubs in Bahola was the song years ago. I'm showing my age by saying that I was an Anna Glog's Daughter fan a long time ago as a teenager. So good luck to them. Well done on pulling it off. Anyway, hello to Harvey Mitchell, new to the channel. Nori Noonan again has left a comment just this morning. She was up early. Dick Lane is still all smiles in Tipperary with Rachel Blackmore. David Hooman, as I said, is new. Dean Speight. Raju McWana was up early yesterday morning. John Goodhind, welcome. Darren Fair. And Martin McDermott in Pearl River, New York. Mac heard that there was a bit of a party on the bus, so he decided he'd hop on aboard. Mac was a great man for partying one time. Good friend of mine. Good to see you on board, Martin. Hard luck to Scotland yesterday. I hope that George and Rachel Duncan and Craig Sutherland of the Scots aren't too annoyed over it. It was a great day out, great occasion. The only thing is impossible to get to the toilet, impossible to get a drink, and I wouldn't like to be a lady trying to queue yesterday. It was ridiculous, that when they have to have facilities for people for a large event like that, it's absolutely a joke. But that's it. 2 for tomorrow. The 340 Eragon de Chaney. It's for Gary Moore, and Josh Moore is riding. It's an 8-year-old out of Rassinger. Its lifetime stats are 33 runs, only 5 wins, 2 seconds and 8 thirds. But it was rated 138 over hurdles as a 5-year-old. It's running tomorrow over 115. So that's 23 pounds of a difference. It has showed ability over fences, but it just hasn't clicked really. 2 runs back, it was behind Killer Kane, who went on to Frank the Form and won last time out. But its last run was in the Grand Military Gold Cup in Sandown. You know that race where you have generals and majors and all of these. Some of them you'd have to strap into the saddle for them to get round safely. I'm not joking you. But he had a major, Charlie O'Shea, and he was just after hitting the front. He made a howler, and Charlie was out of here. So Josh might have a better chance tomorrow. This horse was 5th in the Sussex National earlier in the season, And a Well was 14 lengths behind. A Well went on to win since. So Gary Moore is doing all right in the last 14 or 21 days. 49 runners, 7 wins, 15 places. And I see he had 2 winners on the flat out of 9 as well on the go. So stable in relatively good form. He does all right too at Plumpton. I think he's about an 18 or 17 or 18% strike rate. It should be, he do all right there. So it's a 5-2. I was saying it's nearly worth a 2-point win on a 5-2 shot. That's for 365. I think he's 9-4 with the Bookies with the green door. The other one then is the 345 at Southwell. It's a mare's novice hurdle. 2 miles 4. 9 runners. Whispering Gypsy for the skeletons. You know how much I like the skeletons, but I don't just pick them at random. I look at them, their horses, and sort of give them a good look. As you know, I tipped a couple of their winners lately, but I just don't pick them at random like some tipsters just pick yards and stick with them. Like, I don't do that. But this was third in a thirdless bumper in October 2020 on yielding ground. It won a bumper first time out in Linkfield on the all-weather after joining the Skeletons. It won a novice hurdle first run after wind surgery in Warwick last September. It was over 2 miles. There was excuses for the last 4 of its runs. I think its last run was on Boxing Day or St. Stephen's Day and to soft ground. It does not like soft ground. It ran prior to that in a listed mayor's race won by my sister Sarah from Willie Mullins Yard. So that was highly tried. And the distance of one of the races as well. So I know it's top weight 105, but I think there's wriggle room in it. So when you win a bumper and you're third in a bumper against the men in Ireland, you have fairly good potential. So I always say they don't put weight on an ass or a mare ass. Maybe she'd be called a mare ass, would she? Only joking. Anyway, it's 6-1, and I think in the 9-horse field it's worth a pint each way. It's 7-2 the field. There's 2. There's a couple other horses out tomorrow. I see a half-sister fish cake. A half-sister to Monk's Fish is out tomorrow. Be worth a look to see how she progresses in her career. And there was another one I had picked, Eavesdropper, but I see now it's an on-runner. Anyway, I want to get this uploaded. I'm going to go for a walk. Mickey D. Oh, yes. My betting buddy, let's call him the Cabbage Patch Kid, has said to me that I'm making one mistake in every video, that he's watching podcasts and videos in the last 10 years, and that I never say, if you like the content, like it. And if you are subscribe. So do that. We're after turning over 500 subscribers now. So I want to get to the 1,000 before Aintree. Aintree is coming up in a few weeks, and I'll be getting a lot of homework and a lot of research into it to get a good meeting. We've also the big meetings coming up in Super Saturday in Medan, and we have Fairy House and Punchestown coming up, which I'm thoroughly looking forward to as I'll be able to go this year, a couple of days. Anyway, over and out. Mickey D. Bash those bookies.